Oh, I'm live. Hey, everybody, welcome to the hustle. I don't see anything though, Igor. um, it's kind of we're working a little behind a little bit today. So anyway, yes, I've got my jeans on today. Yes, it's a jean kind of day, so I'm excited about that, and I'm really excited because I get to talk with Cameron, a friend of mine, all about the Wizards, the Mystics. The Mystics, I'm so proud of them. I can't wait to talk with Cameron about them, but we really got a lot to cover with the Wizards. And then also, we'll probably just kind of briefly talk about the Valor, but we definitely want to talk about some of the free agency stuff. And then at around 6:30, 6:35, we will be talking with Keith Williams. As you know, he is Boogie Cousins' advisor. He's a major coach in our area who helps a lot of people get into the league. The list goes on and on, who he has gotten into the NBA. So we're going to definitely talk with him because I'm like, is why is Boogie Cousins not here? So, I have those issues. So we'll be talking to him about it. But anyway, Cameron is on the phone. So I'm not going to waste people's time anymore about some of the craziness that has gone on in my life with one kid that's competing and the other kid that I had to put on a flight at like 4 a.m. this morning. So anyway, a lot going on the last few days. So anyway, without further ado, I want to bring Cameron. Cameron, you there?
Yes, I am. Hello, Hustle family.
Yes. What is going on, Cameron? I'm so excited to have you on the hustle again. I always go to you at those certain times when I feel like we need to discuss. Look, we need to have a meeting right now because stuff's just hitting the fan left and right. And I'm like, no, we got to get an answer for this stuff because this is getting crazier and crazier by the day. I'm like, what? Okay, Cameron, what are the Wizards thinking?
Yeah.
What are the Wizards thinking right now?
What are they thinking? Honestly, to be honest with you, the direction it looks like they're headed is clearing up space and getting ready for the future. It's not necessarily putting a competing product on the court. I mean, they're trying to do that as well, but without spending a whole lot of money. From the contracts they've extended out to Ish Smith, which I think was a 12-year, 2-year deal.
Right.
And also, Isaiah Thomas, I think about a good $5 million. No, he got a mill actually. He got a mill contract for 1 year.
For 1 year.
Yeah, they're extending small amounts, but they're not extending contracts to players that they feel like will be detrimental to the culture of the team.
Right, but I don't understand.
AKA, Jabari Parker, Dwight Howard, anything
Bobby
that's a red
Portis?
flag, they're not taking any risk on.
They're not what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Anything with a red flag, they're not taking risk on.
They're not taking any risk. But how much of a risk really would it be to retain Trevor Ariza? He's a bona fide defensive player. Plus, he shoots like 30% from threes.
Right. Well, let me add something to that.
Okay.
It's funny you brought that up because if that would have been an Ernie Grunfeld move, and now we have Tommy Shepard, and as an interim GM, looks like he's heading in a younger direction. So that's why I honestly feel like Trevor Ariza and Jeff Green got left. Matter of fact, I remember telling y'all this, that I didn't think we would retain either one of them after the additions of Bobby Portis and Jabari Parker, but we didn't pick up either one of them, which is kind of shocking. But we also made a move for CJ Miles. That's the oldest player, I would say, that's on our team right now.
That's on the team. Is CJ Miles.
Yeah, he's 30,
okay.
He's 32.
Besides okay, he's 32. Okay.
Besides maybe Jan Mahimi, but other than that, he's the oldest player on the team. At 32 years old.
Okay.
So we retained him. We also made a trade for David Bertan, who was a dynamite shooter for the San Antonio Spurs.
Okay.
I think he will be a good addition to the team because, he's open, he's hitting it.
Yeah, because I see some names on this list: Jamario Jones, Marita Wagner or something like that.
Mo Wagner.
Mo
Wagner. Looking at him last year in the draft. We didn't have a pick we didn't get a pick to actually pick him up, but he did come work out with the Wizards, and he's here now. So we made a trade for him as well. Isaac Bonga is another young
Isaac.
prospect that we also made a move for from the Lakers. The Lakers basically offloaded a lot of
Players.
their money that they had issues with getting a max player
Right.
onto the Wizards, but the Wizards got some young talent in the process, so it was kind of like a win-win for both organizations.
But what do you do when you still have like Bradley Beal and you have John Wall and you know that you're not going to win a chip anytime soon if you if you load them up with some young, unproven talent? I mean, how successful do you think that we'll be? And do you think that they are still young enough to maybe potentially see, a championship in the horizon with their ages of Bradley Beal and John Wall, even though they're young too, but they're like 25, and John Wall, by the time he'll be done, he'll be close to 30.
He'll be like 30. I want to say 30, 31 when he comes back.
Right, exactly. So, if they're that, right. So, what do you think?
Shopping Bradley Beal, if you have been paying attention to what's been going on as far as trade rumors,
okay.
Miami Heat has definitely offered, basically tried to get John Wall and Bradley Beal because basically the Wizards are saying, hey, if you want Bradley Beal, you're going to have to take John Wall's contract as well. And Pat Riley's looking for a win-now situation, which is the reason why I think that Russell Westbrook will probably end up in Miami because of his win-now mentality. He wants to win. And pairing him up with Jimmy Butler, he feels like will be a good move. But John Wall was basically one of those players in that discussion with the Miami Heat before Russell Westbrook even became available for trade.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So they were basically shopping Bradley Beal, but they said, hey, in order to get Bradley, you got to take John's contract.
They weren't shopping Bradley Beal. The Miami Heat has been inquiring about Bradley Beal.
Okay.
The Wizards seem pretty still on keeping Bradley Beal, but they're like, if you guys want him so bad, you could take John Wall's contract and maybe we could talk.
Oh,
but
so
I think honestly it was just to get them off their back. Like, hey, stop bothering us. You're not going to take this contract, so we're just going to say take John Wall's contract instead. Along with Bradley Beal, nobody's going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, Pat Riley's like, I'm all for it. So.
That's kind of, yeah.
I think the Wizards want to keep both of them for their future.
But Cameron, that's pretty good though. That's kind of like a nice negotiating kind of chip. Like, okay, well, if you really want Bradley Beal, you got to pay John Wall $40 million for the next 4 years.
Yeah, you got a point guard for the future, and on top of that, you'll have a nice two guard, superstar.
Right.
So, to be honest with you, I feel like the Wizards are just going in a younger direction. I was having a topic of discussion with some people in Wizards groups earlier today about basically somebody said that the Wizards will never be a destination where anybody wants to come. They're doomed. And I'm like, I don't believe that for 1 second because I watched the Warriors go from being mediocre, or actually horrible to being mediocre to being a championship team. I watched the Clippers just get Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and that was shocking to me. I just watched the Nets come up with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. That's shocking.
Yeah.
So
anything
can happen. I'm not ruling out anything when it comes to this organization. And I feel like, honestly, if you make your destination, your team as far as, basically appealing to the rest of the league, somebody will come. But starting over and keep starting over and rebuilding without having any kind of foundation, it's not going to bring anybody here.
Right, but what we don't understand is they're kind of blowing up the team without taking away John Wall and Bradley Beal. But they basically blew up this team.
They're just clearing up the money because they had a lot of money locked up on the books as far as players and contracts. Mahinmi getting $15 million still, and everybody would love that contract to be gone, but it's not that easy. Nobody really wants to take him.
No one's going to take him, so they're kind of stuck with him one more year, right?
Right, and they're also trying to get that players disabled exempt. Thing for John Wall as well, where it clears up a good $9 million, so they can make another move. So we don't know. The Wizards have been stacking up on second-round picks, from the Satoransky trade and signing trade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, Sadaransky sign and trade was definitely huge. The Chicago Bulls signed him for a good 3 years, 30 mil.
Go ahead. You can go.
And the Wizards didn't match it, but they did a sign and trade. So, that was a good move to get about a good, 2 or 3 second-round picks from them.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this question, Cameron. What's
let's
up?
talk about these new additions, though. Can we talk about the draft picks, Rui?
Oh,
Is he looking great in the summer league?
okay. But wait, before we get to that, though, there's a few that I wrote down because I was like, what's going on with Jordan McRae and all the guys from like the G League that really, Chasing Randall, all those guys that really
Jason
stepped
Randall's no
up.
longer. I don't think he's on the team anymore.
Okay, so
Devin
Chasing
Robinson
Randall's
is no longer on
gone.
the team anymore.
Devin's gone.
Jordan
Okay.
McRae is the only one that extended the contract offer to.
Okay.
And I think they might be stuck with him for right now because, matter of fact, I think today is the day that it was the option expired. So,
really?
On
which
Jordan
one?
McRae information.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
Jordan McRae. It was on the 8th. I think the 8th is when it expired. So I need to check with Fred because Fred Katz usually gets me all my information.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fred.
So
And,
you mean to tell
yeah,
me
so I
they
definitely
let
need
Jordan
to check on
McRae
Jordan
go,
McRae.
Cameron?
No. I don't think they let him go. I just need to check and see if they signed him to a more lucrative deal.
Because Jordan McRae averaged like 30 points a game when he was in the G League. I mean, in like 30 games or the last 30 games of the season or something, or the last 20 games of the season for the G League, he averaged like 30 points a game. And he was still coming off the bench for the Wizards. He was the highest scoring.
For years, though. You understand? He's always been a bucket. He's always been getting buckets for the G League or the D League.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I can't imagine letting him go, right?
Yeah, but you got to understand, they're going in a younger direction, and McRae's like 28 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
he's not young. He's
so
getting up there.
So is John Wall.
John Wall is your franchise player.
He was.
He just got a 36-year-old on the team with C.J. Miles. I mean,
yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to go younger. Thomas Bryant, that was another move as well.
Who?
They signed Thomas Bryant.
Yep, they signed Thomas Bryant. Yep, I like that.
Yeah,
now, I
that
do like that move.
For the whole free agency it was the top priority. Like, make sure we lock him up. And they locked him up to a good deal.
Yeah.
Reasonable for both parties.
I think that was good.
Yeah.
What about Thomas Sadaransky? Is that good that he was sent away, traded off? Do you like that trade?
I think it was time to go. A lot of people don't like it because they felt like we were giving away our only point guard that we had left.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that you probably weren't going to get anything more than what you've seen from him because he's capable of so much more, but he's just not aggressive enough for me. He's really passive, and he's more so a pass first.
Yes,
but he had the size over most point guards that were guarding him, and he didn't utilize it. I think he should have posted up a lot more. I just felt like it was a good move to trade him for picks. I mean, we got second round picks for him. That's great.
Yeah, we got second round picks. Yep. So so you said you wanted to talk about the free agent.
New additions. The new additions in the summer league right now.
Yes. Okay, the new additions, which I heard that they were looking kind of questionable. Then they turn around and beat the Pelicans.
Oh, they beat the Pelicans. They should have beat the Brooklyn Nets last night. I felt like it was a shot in the 2-minute mark that shouldn't have been taken by some guy we have named Cocaine, played for Tennessee.
Right.
He was doing good all game, but I just looked at him more of like a jack. Like when you say somebody's a jack, they shoot a lot.
Yeah.
Take a lot of shots, and I felt like he just took some ill-advised shots that he should have just let the offense come to him. Mm-hmm. And play hero ball, and we ended up losing in that, in the process. But
yeah, what was it, like 85-81, right? Something like that?
Huh?
Was it 85-81?
Yeah, it was a close game. That's why I said
a close game.
That play was critical.
Yes.
Because it was really close at that point in time. I think it was like a tie game at that point.
Right. Hey,
Rui Hashimura, the ninth pick, man, he's really, 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 really ready. I think he's NBA ready. And that kid he's 22 years old, got a 7'2" 6'2" wingspan, 6'8", solid frame. He's a good power forward. We're trying to see if we can move him to the three. You
Is
know, we
he
can
a
kind of make him like a
shooter,
center.
though, Cameron? We need some shooting. We struggle on the shooting, and sometimes when
He can shoot the mid range.
he
He's a
can
good
shoot
mid-range shooter.
mid-range.
He's not a
Okay.
great 3-point shooter.
But we need,
Yeah, he can shoot the mid range at a high rate. He's really good at mid range.
but you know, Cameron,
but as far
that
as
we
3-point shots, you're not going to get too much from him from 3-point. Not this season, at least. I think he can develop it over time. His comparison were like Jabari Parker and Kawhi Leonard, a young Kawhi Leonard, not now Kawhi Leonard, but like, college Kawhi Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like honestly he can live up to that, to that hype. He looks like he's ready. He looks like he wants to learn, and he's one of those players that if it's not going good for him offensively, he's going to find his way in the game because he does so much for the team, playing defense, getting rebounds, and making plays. He can also facilitate as well. He can make passes.
But
So
you
I
know,
think that was
Cameron,
great
that
setup.
we need a confirmed shooter from the perimeter because once they shut
We have
Bradley
him.
Beal
His
down,
name is David
we don't have
Bertans.
anybody.
Bertans.
Huh?
Bertans is a great shooter. That was an awesome pickup.
Bertans is a
from the
good
Spurs.
shooter. Okay, I have to see because I'm not as familiar with him as
He was
a
one of the
shooter.
best three-point shooters last year.
Really? I got to go look at some film on him.
Yeah, you definitely have to look.
I haven't looked at.
He get 24 when we played him.
Yeah, I gotta go.
You got research on him.
I gotta go look at him and get my facts straight. Now, one word though about the Wizards, and then we got to move on to the Mystics. Is I hear a little birdie told me this. I don't know that they're looking and shopping around for a defensive assistant coach. Is that true?
Yeah, I heard something about that.
Is that true?
It's a rumor going around right now, but from what I understand, the sources are pretty strong, and they are looking for a defensive-minded coach for an assistant coach, which is understandable because they're trusting Scott Brooks for this year, but the defense has been so horrid the last couple of years, and last year especially. It makes sense for them to find a defensive-minded coach to help him out.
Yes.
It makes things a little bit easier for him.
Yeah. I think that, they have struggled with that. How long have I been? I started writing all about the Wizards like about 6 years ago, and they were struggling with the defense when Randy was here, And
yeah, Randy was the last good defensive coach we had, actually.
Yeah, and then that's it. Ever since he's been gone, it's been like, I don't know. It's been struggling ever since,
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. What'd they do with Jeff Green? I didn't hear anything about Jeff Green.
They didn't resign him. They let him walk. He went to Utah for a cheap deal. I think he's getting minimum money. Like it's terrible what they're doing to Jeff Green.
Really?
I think there was a post that was made about Jeff Green, basically just saying that he's never had any ligament tears. He's always played. He's been a consistent veteran in the league, and he's still getting paid pennies. It doesn't make sense.
I know. I don't get it because he's really a reliable, shooter. He's not unreliable.
Right.
He's very good in turn. He's a big body kind of, He there's a lot of things he does really good. And
Right.
he can help out any team, and he helped out Cleveland with LeBron. I don't get that.
Yeah, he was on the championship team.
He was on a championship team. So I'm like, how do you diss Jeff Green? I think it's just because, is it because of his heart issue that he had early on or something? I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. People are a little gun shy. I don't know. Okay, so real quick, Cameron, how do you think Isaiah and Ish are going to do? They're two shorties, though.
Let's see.
Cameron,
159.
they're two real shorties. I don't get that. We got two real shorty dudes.
The thing is, we got one who's defensive-minded, which is Ish Smith. He's a facilitator. He's fast. He's pretty durable.
Okay.
And then you have Isaiah Thomas, who gets buckets. He can get you a good 18. he can lead your team in scoring possibly. We haven't seen it since he was in Boston, but he's been in some tough situations after getting traded to the Cavs.
Okay.
Playing for the Cavs, and he had to come off that horrible hip injury,
Yes.
the surgery that he had. And,
But he said
he
he's
kind of
been
rushed
fine
back.
for a while, though. He said he's been
Yeah,
fine for a minute.
He kind of rushed back to get to play by January, and that didn't work out too well for him and the Cavs. So they ended up trading him along with a few other players. And he ended up on a team where he was backing up D'Angelo Russell, who already was, well, in reality, he was on his way out because the Lakers kind of knew they were going to get, it's a possibility they might get Lonzo Ball. So once they got Lonzo Ball, D'Angelo Russell was out. But at the time, D'Angelo Russell was their point guard. And so he kind of fell back from that too. He was behind D'Angelo Russell.
He was behind D'Angelo Russell.
Was
I
out,
know.
Lonzo came in. They got rid of Isaiah, and he ended up on the Nuggets, who's also behind Jamal Murray. So if you kind of see, it's kind of like a what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, it keeps happening for him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's a pattern. That's the word I'm looking for. It's a pattern. And,
but can you
I feel like
believe?
this will be his first opportunity where he has a starting role.
Right.
I feel like he can be the starter. I feel like Ish Smith can be the backup because you can get more from Isaiah Thomas in an offense compared to Ish Smith.
Right.
Ish Smith for defensive purposes, but he can also ignite and basically he can come off the bench and ignite your back, your secondary, basically your substitutions.
Yeah, but can they play defense though? They're defensive liabilities. We can't forget about that though.
Ish can play defense.
Okay, but I'm saying their
defense.
size.
Yeah, he's small, but he's fast. He's quick.
He's
quick.
quick.
He can keep up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Ish can play D.
Okay. Well, I'm looking.
If you remember back in the day, Ish Smith is the point guard that John Wall crossed up. But if you look at the video, he fell, but he got up so fast. That's the thing I like about Ish. He doesn't give up.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. And I do like that about Ish Smith. I'm very familiar with his game. Yeah, he doesn't. I like the way he played for Detroit as well. So
one thing you're missing is the fact that we picked up Justin Robinson after the draft as well. He's the point guard from Virginia Tech.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. Do I have him down on my list?
But,
he's playing summer league.
He's really good. I like him. I really want him to make the team because he would be a good third point guard.
Okay.
Just in case those two don't work out.
Okay.
You'll have somebody, kind of like how they had Chase and Randall.
Okay.
He can play on the Dodo, and play on the Wizards. You know what I mean? I like him, and I like Admiral Schofield as well. That was another good pickup that the Wizards got in the steal from making a trade, for a second-round pick. And that second-round pick, they got Admiral Schofield along with Jonathan Simmons, who they just waived.
Right.
So I mean, the Wizards made some good moves. Tommy Shepard has done a good job. I'm not really cool with the Jabari Parker move by not picking him up because I felt like he could have been useful. But other than that, I think he's doing a good job. I think he will get the job.
Do you think that Tommy Shepard should get the job?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay.
Yes. He's made enough moves to win me over. I don't like the Jabari Parker move. I'm upset about that.
Yeah.
And I don't think they paid Ish Smith $12 million. I feel like you could have got somebody cheaper, and I felt like you could have used that money for Jabari. And that's just me personally.
But that was for what, 2 years, right?
Yeah.
For Ish.
Jabari, was willing to come back here. He literally said
he was.
My loyalty is with the Washington Wizards.
He was. Yeah, you're absolutely
he was
right.
Loyal.
He was.
And I knew Jabari. That's one of my good friends. So I know he was loyal, because he was telling me this before he even had those interviews. So he said he loved this culture. He loved D.C. This is really his first time outside of his home because, his first two teams were in Milwaukee and Chicago, which are very close. Mm-hmm. His hometown is Chicago. So this is really his first time since Duke actually being away from home.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So
but D.C. is a really fun place. You come here and it's really different. But if you live here and you go somewhere else, it can be very unsettling because I think D.C. is so nice and it's so different. And it has a good balance of diversity here. Huh?
the thing about Jabari is he's cool, but he's more so about the community. So like
Oh,
he'll help out, like the kids in the community. He'll do things for charity. That's the type of things he likes. As
okay.
far as that whole party lifestyle, that's not him.
That's not him.
Not him.
Okay. All right. That's
Yeah,
cool. That's
he was
cool.
raised Mormon. He was raised Mormon.
He was
So
raised Mormon. Wow.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's
So
good to
he's a little
know.
different.
Wow,
Yeah.
you have given us so much good information. Okay, so we're gonna move Cameron to the Mystics real quick, and then just talk, Washington Valor, and then I gotta let you go, and then I'm gonna deal with Keith in a minute, Keith Williams, because he's gonna give us the.
I want to hear about this DeMarcus Cousins
I
thing.
know,
I'm
me
curious about
too.
that one.
Me too, me
Curious
too,
about
me
that.
too.
But
I
thought
know,
DeMarcus
because
gonna get him. Have to get rid of Dwight Howard. I'm like, we gotta get DeMarcus Cousins, and then we help the Lakers again.
I,
Got DeMarcus Cousins. Oh God, it's horrible.
I know, I
I
know.
hate the Lakers.
Okay,
I hate the Lakers.
so the Washington Mystics may be the other team that may bring our nation's capital a championship, just
It's
like the
highly
Washington
possible.
Capitals, right? They are
Yeah.
predicted to win the WNBA title this year, okay? They are 9-4. That's a great record for the WNBA.
Without me so much.
They are number one even without Emma Mieseman, right?
Mhm.
She's still
Yeah.
in Europe playing Euroball competition there, along with there's another player. She and another player from the Washington Mystics are playing.
Oh man, I know you're talking about. I can't think of her name right now.
Yeah, I can't think of her name, but
Yeah, I know you're saying. I know you're mentioning. Yeah, they're both over there on the same team actually.
right. But what I want to ask you is the Washington Mystics, right? So they go to LA. They probably would have won that had Elena Deladon
Yeah, she
not
had a
get
facial,
hurt.
injury.
Right. She broke her
Yeah.
nose. That's a major injury. She broke her nose like right in the first quarter of the game with the LA Sparks. Then we went on to lose. So they snapped like a 5-game winning streak on our part, right? They snapped our winning streak. So,
It was a long winning streak.
I mean, that's a long, and on top of that, we had already made a West Coast trip and we won all those games, 4 games there. Then we come back, right? We play here. We won.
Tomorrow.
We beat the number 1 team, which was the Connecticut Sun. Then we
the
moved.
Sun. Yeah. We beat the Sun. Mm-hmm.
Yep, we beat the Sun. Then we went.
We blew the Sun out actually. That was a blowout game.
That was a blowout game. That was like one of the best games ever because it was about 40-something, 47-point win by the Mystics.
Yeah.
I mean, they just dominated from the very beginning. So what
and
I
that
wanted,
was the number 1 team at the time.
yeah, and we took the number 1 spot. The Mystics took the number 1 spot. So what I want to ask you, Cameron, is what's up with Elena Deladon? And also, is she going to play that matinee game? Because, we got a lot of campers going to that matinee game tomorrow, and a lot of them probably wanting to see her. But I'm not sure if she's going to be playing.
I haven't really looked at too much information about the Mystics today.
Okay.
As far as that game tomorrow, I will be there because I will be working it.
Okay.
I'm not sure if she's playing because I know that injury is fresh. That happened on Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah, it just happened on
Thursday.
Sunday in L.A.
Yeah. It's pretty fresh, so my guess is that she probably won't play. They have to, get her examined and everything, and get the mask on her to protect the nose, and she has to also get cleared by the doctors as well.
Right.
A nose fracture is nothing to play with, because it can get re-injured.
But can they win without her?
Huh? Say it again?
Can they remain the number 1 spot without her?
I don't think they're gonna miss her for too long. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I just think she has to be cleared by the doctor. It's just a process, and I'm saying, it was pretty fresh. So I wouldn't expect for her to be away for too long.
Right. Okay.
But I feel like they'll be okay. The league, to be honest with you, I told you this the first time I called a month ago or 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's hurt. So it's kind of like, it's wide open, and the Mystics are the front runners, in my opinion.
Right. They
They have
are,
enough
but they
talent to
can't
do it. They have
remain
enough
in the
talent to make it
front
happen.
if Elena Deladon is you know, if she's not healthy, I don't know, you know. So,
If she's not healthy in the tournament, as far as like it's not the tournament, but the playoffs. Yeah, it'll be difficult, but I don't see that happening. Anything can happen, of course, as we've seen in the NBA Finals. But yeah, I see them being a favorite.
okay. Okay. And
And they'll
then
get me someone back by then. So as far as them being number one right now, that's pretty good for them considering the injury to Elena Deladon and me someone being out because of the what she's doing overseas. But when she comes back, she'll be in playoffs,
right.
and Elena Deladon should be ready. Remember last few years she had a hand injury, and on top of that she had a knee injury. So I'll take a nose fracture for right now.
Right. Yeah.
Compared to something that will
I'm
hinder
just
you.
so concerned because they're so close, and competition is so hard in the WNBA and they're really close to winning it. And I mean, shoot, next year everybody comes back. Sue Bird, Brianna from
I don't know. Steve Bird might retire. I'm not sure. She's
oh,
getting up
really?
there.
You think so? Oh, okay. Well,
She's pretty close.
Brianna will be back, the MVP of the league last year. The one who makes all
Yeah,
those
yeah, she's
threes.
always gonna be a problem.
She's always going to be a problem with Seattle Storm. And then LA Sparks, Candace Parker, she's going to be
I
back.
still
So,
wouldn't sleep on Storm though. They still have a few of their players like Jewel Lloyd and
yeah,
Natasha Howard.
yeah,
They still have them on the team,
yeah.
so they can still make some noise. Don't sleep on them. And also, you can't sleep on the Mercury.
The
Either.
Mercury.
Matter of fact, we play them tomorrow.
They play them
I
tomorrow.
be there.
Yeah, the Phoenix,
Yeah.
the Phoenix Mercury, they play tomorrow in the afternoon. So, anyway, well, Cameron, I got to go because I got to take Keith's call. So we're getting ready to
Okay.
call him. But Washington Ballot, they're doing okay? Are they going to win this year or what? Real quick.
It's kind of up in the air.
It's kind of up in the air still? Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty up in the air, man. That one thing about that AFL, it's like any given Sunday. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
As far as the playoffs go, and it's a wide open.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Like the Ballard won last year.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. And like I said, the Philadelphia Foe have definitely been on a tear.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, we'll be looking out for the Washington Ballot. And the Mystics come on. They got to win. Hopefully they can win tomorrow, even if Elena Deladon is not in the game or if they've worked out that sort of mask to protect her nose from the broken
I think
nose.
they'll win tomorrow, honestly.
Yeah.
The atmosphere, being around a bunch of, the screaming kids, that's always
I
a great
know.
atmosphere.
It's always
And,
so
I
much
feel
fun.
like they always play their best for camp day.
I know. So, all right,
And
let's
they'll be
go.
back in the Capital One Arena as well. So it's going to be in the Capital One Arena tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, tomorrow's going to be at Capital One, not at Sports and Entertainment.
Right.
Entertainment and
Yeah,
Sports.
they don't have enough space for all those kids there, that facility,
Oh.
so they're going to move them.
They're going to move them to Capital One.
Yeah, Camp Dix is going to be at Capital One. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks, Cameron, so much. I appreciate it. We will be in touch because I want to talk with you next month after the summer leagues are all done and stuff, and we'll talk back about summer leagues and how things finished up and where you think people are, okay? And who made the team, who's
definitely
not going to make the team, okay?
Okay. Yeah, keep
All
in
right.
touch.
Thanks, Cameron. I'll see you. Bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, that was Cameron Gant from Monumental Sports. He's so helpful. He always gives me the 411 all the time. But anyway, we're going to call Keith Williams because he's called me, actually. And I was like, Keith, we're going to call you in a second. So anyway, we're getting ready to call him to check up and see what's going on. So we ready, Igor? I'm calling him right now. We want to talk with him about Boogie Cousins and how did we not get him on this team? What the happened? That's really what I want to know.
Your call has been
Now,
forwarded.
he's called me from this other number, so let's try this other number because someone has called me that looks like, oh, this must be him. Keith, is that you?
It's me.
Keith, you changing numbers on me. What's up with that?
Yeah.
You changing phones or what?
Nah, our phone dead.
Oh, the other phone is there. Oh, look at you. Okay, most of us got to put it in the charger real quick, but you just got other phones handy. Go with your bad self. I understand that. That's okay. All right. We always got access to communication. You are never incommunicado. I totally respect that. Cause
Gotta stay,
I can't
gotta stay
stand.
ready.
You gotta stay ready. I can't stand when people only pick up their phone when they wanna something from you. But if you want something from them, you can't find them. But anyway, so Keith, I want to get to it. What happened with Boogie Cousins? Why do we not have him on the Wizards? What's up with that?
I think, I, in terms of the Wizards, I think the Wizards are contemplating starting all over and maybe trying to move Phil and
Okay.
try to go young, you know.
They're
And then
trying to go
secondly,
young, right? With
yeah,
all their picks. I mean, they're getting rid of Jabari Park. I mean, Bobby Portis, Jeff Green, Trevor Ariza. I mean, I'm like, well, you might as well get rid of John Wall while you at it. But they
well,
can't.
well, it's hard to move John Wall. It's a big contract, and he probably won't play next year. So I don't know who pick that contract up at this point in time.
No, and Cameron was just telling us that he got word that they were trying that people who were calling who were interested in Bradley Beal, basically the Wizards said if you want Bradley Beal, you got to take John Wall's contract with it.
That's right. You got to check on that bad contract. Yeah?
You got to take it with it. So, Okay, so what really happened? Because from what we were hearing from Woj and all these people on ESPN, Boogie Cousins was in talks with the Wizards. So exactly what do you think happened, though? Because to me, they don't need to risk it. They need somebody who can dominate. And Boogie was like, still young enough to do that. So what happened?
I don't know. I don't know if they ever got that serious. I think it was, some conversation in Vegas. But
it was a conversation that took place in Vegas.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
I think Boogie was more so looking to be on more of a contender than a pretender. So it wasn't a good fit for both people at this particular time.
It wasn't. But do you think Boogie thought that there might be a good chance he was coming here, though?
I mean, he's always wanted to play here.
He has. Okay, that's good to know. He has always wanted to play here.
Yes.
Okay. And so what happened?
I mean, but not now they're gonna be a bad team because remember now he's playing for the veteran minimum, so he's got to be on a team that wins and continues to build his character up and obviously stay healthy on a winning team because he's probably lost already $60 million in 2 years.
You think he's lost that much money?
Yeah, because somebody with his stats normally would garner a $30 million, $35 million contract per year. Yeah.
Wow.
And he's taking a $5 million, and then this year 3.5. So that's $8 million in 2 years when it probably should have been, 65 million, 70 million.
God, that is such a letdown. I mean, that is unbelievable for someone so talented, such a giant to me.
Well,
in
what
this sport.
It is? It's the market, though. It's not about how good he is. It's about if nobody will set the market high, then nobody else has to pay it. And pretty much everybody knew that they could get in for cheap. And it's a business. It's a cold world, but his career has never been easy. But I think in the end, I think he'll have a good year this year with LA, and I think he'll prove himself once again as a viable player, as a franchise type player.
Right, but do you think that he made a mistake by going to the Golden State Warriors? Maybe he should have sat out.
No, I ain't gonna say that. He had to play. If you sit out, then it's the same thing. I mean, I think what hurt him is he got injured again.
He got injured again.
Yeah, I think it was all good until he got injured again
Mhm.
because he was averaging 16 and 8 and 25 minutes of playing time. So, uh, production wise, he was doing great.
Right, right. Okay. Okay.
But when he
I
got
mean,
injured
he
again, now it's like two major injuries. You're 29. You're coming up on being 29 years old. You
right.
know, now people they got a reason to say why they won't pay you X amount of dollars.
Mhm. Mhm. Wow. 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 I mean, that's just so unfortunate for him because I'm like, how do you not I mean, he was a dominant center just a few years ago, Keith,
That's right.
who
That's
would
right.
command a lot of money.
But you know what's funny?
Even
The
with this
center.
one injury, even with the one injury, he still could command a lot of money, you know?
No, but yeah, but see, what you got is you got the center position that nobody tends to care about anymore, and then you got a kid that he's always gotten a raw deal, you know, because he's never gotten any trouble. He's never really been in any trouble, but it's the perception. And so, like I always tell you, you know, being honest, the NBA, when they get a chance to get you back, you know what I mean? And
Mhm.
they feel like you wrong them, and they get a chance to stick it to you, they will.
Right.
I.e., i.e., you know, Steve Francis wants to do commentating and stuff like that. But, you know, initially he spurned Vancouver in the draft, as you remember. And so he never got a invite to Olympic trial, or he'll probably never work for an organization. So, you know, NBA is a gang. If you're not doing what the gang is doing, they'll make sure they keep you out of the game.
Yeah, yeah, no, it really is. It really is. Hey, let me ask you this question. Since we know basically about Boogie Cousins, we basically kind of figured, with the fact that the Wizards are going so young with all of these guys on the team, I think the oldest people besides CJ Miles will be Bradley Beal and John Wall or John Wall. So let me ask you this question. What do you think about the Kawhi Leonard to the Clippers? And then taking some time to make sure he got his buddy Paul George to come with him. And do you think that's why Kawhi took a long time to come
Of
out with
course.
his decision? Because he was
Of
waiting to
course.
see about what Paul George was going to do?
No, he always wanted to go to the Clippers, but he wasn't going to go there without another big time player. And he kind of really stalled
Okay.
until Paul George could get OKC to be willing to trade him. But we're in a day and time when top players they wield all the power. You know, even though they're not a free agent, nobody wants the chaos of one of your better players being disgruntled. So a lot
Right.
of times a team like OKC was like, we'll take them 5 picks. They got a better haul Paul George than New Orleans got for Anthony Davis. So
What do you mean?
OKC's future is set, and they got two other players. They got 5 picks, and then they got Shai Gilgeous and
Oh, okay.
Gallinari, and they got Danilo Gallinari, which is a really solid veteran that's going to average 16, 17 games. So OKC is ready to rebuild, and it shouldn't take long. Shouldn't take
Okay.
long. All they got to do now is move Westbrook and move Steven Adams, and I'm sure I would say in the next week they're going to move those two guys as well.
Really? Oh, wow. So what is OK trying to do? They're trying to blow up that team as well?
Yeah, they're going to blow it up and start all over. But like I say, they were able to get a lot of players. You know, if Wall was healthy, you know, the Wizards could start all over and not be down that long. You know, if Wall was healthy, they could get 5, 6 draft picks for him. I mean, he's making $40 million a year, so that's a
Yeah.
lot of draft picks. That's
Yeah,
a
that's
lot
a
of draft.
lot. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. So you do think that Kawhi took a long time because he was trying to get Paul George, right?
Well, he was trying to get somebody. It was
He was
reported.
trying to get, okay, because he could have
Yeah,
told us that very early. He could have just said, hey, I'm going to the Clippers, but he chose to hold
correct.
off.
Correct. He was never going to the Lakers. He played Corey with them. He was never going to the Lakers. That gave him time though. to work on to work on Paul George. But he talked to KD, he talked to Jimmy Butler, talked to Kyrie, he talked to everybody. So he was definitely trying to go to LA with somebody else. But I applaud the guy that everybody says doesn't talk. Saying like he did a great job talking this time, and he got exactly what he wanted. And ultimately, those California guys wanted to be back in California, so they got their wish.
Yeah, I mean, but let me ask you this question: why do you think he picked the Clippers over the Lakers, though?
I mean, I think he's a competitor, so he didn't want to. He didn't want to go and play with LeBron.
I mean, I'm just saying, think about LeBron, Anthony Davis on the team with Kawhi. That's a
He
no-brainer
didn't
right
want.
there, huh?
Yeah, but he's more competitive than a lot of these guys. He didn't want to do that.
He didn't want to take the easy route. He was like, look, if I'm going to get
No,
a championship, I'm
and
going to
I don't
really
think.
earn it.
Yeah, I'm not sure he wanted to deal with some of the drama that comes with playing with LeBron.
Oh, some of the drama. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because it does become LeBron's team and not his.
Facts.
Right, right. Facts. So do you think LeBron will ever win a championship now then?
I, they got a pretty good team. I mean, with Boogie's healthy, and he said
But,
he feels really good. I
oh,
talked to Boogie
Boogie's there.
yesterday.
That's true. Rajon
He said he
stayed
feels
on.
good. Danny Green's got championship
Danny
pedigree.
Green.
They may win. He may win one more. Maybe one more.
Okay. Okay, he may win one more. My brother seems to feel like my brother was arguing with me the other day. He's like, "No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. They're gonna the LA Lakers are gonna beat the Clippers." I go, "How can they beat them when they have Lou Williams? Lou Williams alone can make shots from
No, he
anywhere,
can. And I think
and they
people
have
are.
Patrick Beverly too, Keith.
Yeah, they got a good defensive team for sure. Probably the best defensive team in the league.
Yeah, they do. They do. And Kawhi plays defense. And
And
they've
Paul
got
George. Don't forget Paul
and
George is
Paul
first on
George, and
all
they have
defense.
shooters. I
Yeah.
mean, to me, that's a really unstoppable team. I mean, I just don't know. I can't see even the Lakers with all that they have. Do you think that they can take the Clippers?
Well, I think I think you got to look at. You got a lot of players with injury history. Now LeBron finally had a real injury. Anthony Davis is always hurt at least 20 games a season.
Mm-hmm.
You got to see if Boogie. He that's family, but people got to see him play 75 games. So it's going to be interesting. I think on paper, obviously the Clippers look like the best team, but and I think because Kawhi is so selfless, I think they'll gel quicker. And Paul George is pretty quiet too. And then you got a lot of hard-working guys. People got to know the Clippers were really good without any of these guys, and they actually got better when they traded Tobias Harris last year. So they had a good team in place. So adding these two guys, two high-character guys, two
Right.
guys that play on both ends. I would say if they're healthy, I think Clippers should be the favorite to win the title.
I think so too. Now, just a few more questions before I let you go. Jimmy Butler to Miami, and now potentially Russell Westbrook. What are they doing? I don't see that as a good fit between them because both of them, need the ball. Even though they both come from the California area, they grew up in that whole California basketball system. But is it a good match though? And why didn't Jimmy Butler? I mean, you go into a team that is not going to win anything. Miami is like, why wouldn't you try to stay with the 76ers and get Tobias Harris's money?
Because Miami maxed him. They maxed him out at 30
Was that
years
Pat
old.
Riley's doing? Is that what it was?
Yeah, and I mean, because they need somebody, and they're gonna play hard. Now him and Westbrook, I don't know if that's the best pair, but I'm hearing that Westbrook might be first Detroit and then maybe Miami.
Oh, really? Oh, Russell Westbrook
Yeah.
may not go directly to Miami.
No.
Oh, okay. Really? Wow. Interesting. Okay. Why would he stop in Detroit?
I mean, I think Detroit. has a better opportunity of winning right away before Miami does.
Right. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. Russell Westbrook is like, y'all leaving me out of the mix. Everybody else getting on the team, y'all forgetting about me.
Well, he wouldn't move until Paul George left. I don't think he was willing to move. I think he was going to retire a Thunder. But, hey, it's a business. And him and
Well,
his
that's what,
representative.
yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, Russell Westbrook, this is a business. It's time you jump on this bandwagon, too. You need to go get paid and get on a team that can win.
Well, he's already paid. He already signed his big deal. So now he got to be on a team that's more competitive.
Right. Okay, well, we wish, Keith, I got to go. So we wish the best for Boogie with the Lakers because, because of you, Boogie is like, this is like his home. So when he comes to town, tell him he got to do my show.
Okay.
I'm not going to let Boog, even if he got to call in, I'm not letting him off the hook. You got to bring him down. You got to do my show. But I'm putting in, the dibs now just in case he watch. But I know he's busy. He ain't watching my show. But anyway, we will hope you the best as well this summer. I'm sure you're busy. What are you doing? You got some special camps going on?
No, I'm just working the guys out. We just grinding it out every day. But thank you for having me on the show again, as always. I appreciate it.
Thank you. You are like my go-to guy. So I'm gonna be calling you in a few more weeks after the summer leagues are done. I'm gonna be like, all right, who made the team? Who didn't make the team? So make sure you plugged in now, boy, to the summer leagues. I know you are though.
No, I'm watching it.
Yeah. Are you watching the Mystics too? You paying attention to the women?
Yeah.
They're going to win if Deladon can stay healthy. They're going to win that chip this year.
If she can stay healthy.
Yeah, if she can stay healthy. Hey, I'll talk to you later, okay? I'll see you.
Take care.
All right. Thank you, Keith Williams.
Right.
Yes, one of the best coaches in the DMV. Well, anyway, guys, I got to go because, we the shit. Is staring at me like, get off the mic, girl. It's time. Your time is off. So I'm going to take my iPad and carry on. So I'll see you all next Tuesday. All right? I'll see you all 6 p.m. for The Hustle. Alina 7. We the